It is at that rugged cross where our rags were turned into riches, where our grass was turned into grace, where our mess was turned into a message, where our story was turned into glory. Yes, it all happened at that rugged cross. The crowd mocked, spit abuses and jeered at him as he walked that path up to a hill to redeem our souls. I know many of us do wonder why such an innocent soul had to go through all this pain. Why the Prince of the King himself had to be subjected to such agony and suffering. Why he had to leave a golden kingdom to live in this rugged, desolate and hard world. We all question why he had to leave such a glory just to make a story. He took all the pain and suffering of all mankind. He took all the torture just for you, and he took it just for me. Through the years, many have said that you cannot put a good man down. It's a fact, because he chose to bring himself down as a man, but rose as a king. Though he was a man of justice personally and knew no sin, for us he was accused falsely, for us he was humiliated, for us he bore all that pain and bled, for us he chose to hang on that rugged, shameful cross, for us he gave up his life. The wounds were so deep to set us free from depression. He was tortured on the streets, and so we no longer belong to the streets because we got no stress. He paid the full price to set us free from all lies. They drove nails deep into his hands and legs as stones were shoved in his head, and their strife tore his robes apart. They used hatred to give him a bitter drink as they glared at him with pride, wondering why the Son of Man wouldn't save himself. They thought of him as a disgrace and pierced his side while they ignored his power and worth. So they stood back waiting for his life to end. As they watched the last drop of his blood fall, they saw it as a goal, as a mission accomplished. The Son of Man felt the pain so deep in his soul. For the first time, he felt alone, abandoned and neglected by his own Father. He felt forsaken and heartbroken. A flood of tears rolled down his face as conviction started to enter the hearts of the accusers. All the weapons were dropped. The pride, the anger, the hatred were no more. A cloud of darkness covered the sky, because even God wouldn't stand seeing his only Son in pain and death. And by that he paid the full price. No wonder he said it is all finished. He meant the captivity was no more. He bore all our sicknesses and all our pain that we may be made whole. So he looked down from the cross with loving eyes. He saw our past, he saw our present, he saw our future. And by that, he knew it was all worth the price to redeem and esteem our lives. His earthly sacrifice is told to us to bring some sense, while binding us to the present tense. To let go the wrong way to be forgot, because Jesus cast his lot. And so for us, God cannot scorn, despite the sin in which we are born. I see no other to his will, and I know my soul shall see no ill, no matter the deal of where I hail. Through his bloodiness, he destroyed all our drunkenness. Through his painfulness, he restored all the fullness. Through his blood drainage, he became the unlimited knowledge, setting us free from every bondage. So, if you are not a believer, try to believe and don't let the world deceive. Through his shed blood, we are set free from our sin, and heaven we can now enter in.